Look at them. How to make it in America. Real day one. Ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs. It was hard for us. Me and sis made it out. Now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends. Had a lot to lose. Less money, less options. Lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential. I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans, clean money accounts.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down, Lauletta. And open, that's Kiki QT complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over! Gone! Detroit!
On first down, it's Lauletta. Steps away to his left. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From the gun, here's Lauletta going deep for Hopkins. This is intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go now. 3:19. 3:19. Leopard. Leopard.
Check. Brendo.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Patriot! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Leopard!
On first and 10, Lauletta. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. The shotgun snap to Lauletta. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Lauletta on third down. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now it's Breida. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Now Loletta on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught by Jackson. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10. They run with Breida. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Detroit!
They'll toss it to Breida. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it here. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. This is Breida. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Detroit!
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with Breida. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. You can't have a drive go further without scoring than this, but that last yard sometimes can be the toughest. This is 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney.
Here's Breida, and he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Detroit! Gone!
Out of the gun, Lauletta. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Right side caught by Jackson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Deshaun Jackson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are in for 6. And he puts it through. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Eluding the pressure right, and that's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
action. They'll throw. Buying time to his left. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now, check. Patriot!
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They run forward with Breida. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
No. Check. Patriot!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Kill, kill, kill.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
Yeah.
you've got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Sean Robinson forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Gone.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Leopard. Leopard.
All day, every day, any day.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They come out here in the I.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it third and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's fourth down.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. Fourth and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Lutz's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
first down, Lauletta. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Back to the air, Lauletta on second down. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and 10, Lauletta drops it off for Coleman. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Lauletta back to the air. Dancing to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. On 1st and 10, Lauletta. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And the Colts coming out now. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
And they'll run it here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
I can't believe they let you play.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Now back to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the second week in a row?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good
Made 100K on my third shift. I'm a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Wide open receiver complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Richmond.
On 1st and 10, Watson flush to his right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Watson looks to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They're going for it. It's Watson. He sets to fire deep. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 51 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Flag 58 rail.
They'll run with the backup. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Bernardrick McKinney. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And taken right on the 30. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. first down, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brendan, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. And they'll run for it with Miller. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Watson. Flushed out right. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go back to the ground with Williams. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Here we go. Green 39.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Green 90. Green 90.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
Now Watson underneath for Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Caught left side, Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And he'll find Akins there, complete. He will push his way down to about the 14. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one. We want two. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Mahomes now on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Green 90. Green 90. Black 58 rail. Black 58.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.